Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kayla and welcome. So today's recipe is one that I've already shared with y'all in one of my previous 5-day healthy meal preps. In fact, it's the most recent meal prep that I just shared on my channel a few weeks ago. And the recipe is my buffalo chicken spaghetti squash casserole. And this recipe is just so good that I figured it deserves its own dedicated video and dedicated blog post, just in case you want to refer back to just this recipe, maybe for dinner meal prep or lunch meal prep, instead of having to refer back to the entire 5-day meal prep menu. But this buffalo chicken casserole is gluten-free, grain-free, and dairy-free, but don't let that fool you because it is so full of flavor and it's not too spicy either. The macros come in at 315 calories and 30 grams of protein for one serving. And one serving is equal to 2 squares, so this recipe makes a total of 5 servings. Of course, you can find the full macros and the recipe card where you can print off this recipe over on the dedicated blog post. I'm gonna have that linked for y'all in the description box below. And I'm gonna go ahead and link the full 5-day healthy meal prep menu that features this dinner. I'll link that below for y'all as well, just in case you wanna do the full menu, you know, with breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. All right, let's head to the kitchen and get started. The first thing we need to do is get the spaghetti squash in the oven. So I'm cutting it in half lengthwise, and make sure you're using a larger knife with this because the larger the squash, the more arm work you really have to put into it. All right, let's scoop out all those seeds and the stringy flesh in the center of the squash. I like to use a spoon to really get in there and smooth it out. Spray it with some avocado oil, sprinkle on some sea salt and pepper, and rub that onto the squash. And now let's place the squash face down onto a baking sheet, and we're gonna bake it at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 40 to 50 minutes, or until you can easily pierce the skin with a fork. Okay, while the squash is baking, let's cook the chicken breast. And to speed things up, I'm gonna be using my pressure cooker today, but you can also bake the chicken. So in my pressure cooking pot, I'm adding 1 cup of chicken broth along with 1 pound of chicken breast, and I've already seasoned it very lightly with sea salt and pepper. Secure the pressure cooking lid and then pressure cook it on high for 14 minutes. All right, now let's prep the vegetable mixture. You're gonna need 1/2 cup of chopped onion, 1/2 cup of chopped celery, and 1/2 cup of chopped bell pepper. Add those to a skillet over medium heat with a splash of water. Cover it with a lid and let those saute until they're slightly soft and all of the liquid has evaporated. All right, going back to the chicken, once it's done, you'll want to do a quick release on the pressure cooker and then go ahead and shred that chicken up with a fork. Once the squash is done and you can easily pierce the flesh with a fork, remove it from the oven, let it cool off for a little bit, and then you can start scraping out all those spaghetti-like strands with a fork. You're gonna need 4 cups worth, which is about 1 large spaghetti squash or 2 small ones. Going back to the vegetables, once they've softened and the liquid has fully evaporated, go ahead and remove those from the stovetop and set them aside. And the last layer we need to prep is the buffalo sauce mixture. I'm gonna be using the Primal Kitchen buffalo sauce because it's my absolute favorite and it's not too spicy. Add 1/2 cup of the buffalo sauce to a mixing bowl, along with 1/4 cup of plain coconut or plain Greek yogurt. Then add in 1/2 teaspoon each of garlic powder and onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon each of sea salt and pepper, 1.5 teaspoons of avocado oil, and 1 egg. Let's give that a good mix until everything is fully combined, and then add in the spaghetti squash strands along with the shredded chicken and just continue mixing that. And I almost forgot to add in the sauteed vegetables, but go ahead and add those as well and just continue mixing until everything comes together. All right, now let's grease a 9x13 baking dish with some avocado oil and then transfer that buffalo chicken mixture into the baking dish, making sure that it's evenly distributed. And now we're gonna bake it at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 to 35 minutes. And then I like to broil it for 5 to 10 minutes just to give it that golden color on top. Once it's done, you can add whatever toppings you'd like. I'm just drizzling some of that plain yogurt over top. You can also use sour cream. And then I'm gonna add on some chopped green onion. But this casserole makes 10 squares and 2 squares is equal to 1 serving. Don't forget that all of the macros for this recipe are listed on my blog post, which is in the description box below. And for my weekly meal prep, I like to go ahead and individually portion these out into my glass meal prep containers. And then I'm adding a side of steamed broccoli for some extra vegetables. And whenever I'm ready to serve it, I'll also add some fresh avocado. But this is a super easy, delicious, and healthy dinner recipe that you can meal prep in advance at the beginning of the week. You can also batch prep this casserole and it'll keep in the freezer for up to 1 month. But this is one of my favorite dinner meal preps right now, and I hope y'all give this recipe a try. Well, all right, y'all, that is it for today's video. Like I said, I just wanted to give this recipe its own spotlight and dedicated video because it's just so good. I really hope y'all give this recipe a try. And if you've already tried it, comment below, let me know how you liked it. And if you give any of my recipes a try or any of my healthy meal preps, don't forget you can tag me over on Instagram and I will reshare that on my stories. Of course, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet and you enjoy healthy recipes, healthy meal preps, lifestyle advice, all that good stuff, be sure to hit that subscribe button below. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and your family. But that's it for today. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.